Welcome back to the Cheap Heat Productions podcast. Okay, welcome back to the show. I seen you grooving there to the music.
I like that, man. That was cool.
Yeah, a nice way to get started.
Yeah, good opening.
Yeah,
whatever that was. Was that you?
That was just me and a few people that we've had on. I just kind of put together this fancy video, and then
That's
guess what?
great.
I don't have to do any editing. The video and the intro is already there, so that's just me being lazy, I guess.
Right on, dude. Right on.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. So Sky Elobar is my guest today. Most of you will know him as Big Braden from the Greasy Strangler.
Right there.
How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing better now that I'm talking to Ireland. I love the Irish.
We're making history today.
Couple of evening to you.
Yeah, I'm actually. I think from when I bump into Americans, I bumped into a lot of Americans last weekend in Dublin because it was St. Patrick's weekend.
Oh,
and the Americans seem to love us. But now next week I'm going to America for the first time. I'm going to Dallas, Texas. So I want to see if the Americans really love the Irish out there.
What are you doing in Dallas?
I'm going to watch WrestleMania.
Oh, wow. Great.
Yeah.
Dallas is awesome, man.
I heard that, yeah.
God, you're going to love Dallas.
Yeah.
You're going to be there and you're not going to travel around Texas, right?
No, we're just going to stay in Dallas.
Man, I don't know if you like barbecue, but Dallas has some barbecue that's, oh, man.
Barbecue and beer. That's why we're going.
Barbecue and beer, barbecue and wine. I prefer wine with my barbecue, but that's just me.
Yeah, we'll probably be looking for nice pints of Guinness over there.
How is the Guinness? Have you been to America yet?
No, first time.
Okay, so you're going to have to let me know if the Guinness tastes the same over here that it does over there. Because I bet you it doesn't. I'll bet you it's better over there.
Yeah, because a lot of Irish people are always critical when they go on holidays to different places, saying, the Guinness is shite. We talked about shite earlier. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Guinness is shite. So they'll get something else then, maybe a bottle.
So what is shite about it?
I don't know. I've never had a pint of Guinness outside of Ireland, so normally I don't really drink Guinness, but I'm going to have a Guinness for you just to let you know.
What are you drinking?
I drink normally some kind of lager, Carlsberg, Heineken, something like that, or Jameson whiskey.
Wow, I tell you what, we have some great beers over here, man.
Yeah. What would you recommend?
Oh, well, California has IPAs, thousands of them that are just out of this world. And Oregon and Washington State have, Rogue is one. We went to the brewery. Oh my God. They have the stouts, they have the IPAs, they have everything. And try Rogue when you're over here. Cause they get it shipped over, like Texas will get it fresh. And you'll be able to taste it like it just came from the brewery.
Yeah. Speaking of beers, I'll tell you a funny one before we move on to the interview. We're going to a beer tasting in Dallas on the Thursday with Stone Cold Steve Austin is launching his beer in Dallas.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
Yeah. Now I'm not meeting him because that was $250, man. So that's like
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
whole lot of drinks. So
yeah.
we just got the general admission, $30. We get to sit there and we get to drink whatever his beer is like. I will also let you know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be any good, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Um,
the celebrity alcoholic beverages, dude.
yeah, yeah. They're all shit, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt's wine. Come on, dude.
Have you
Come
tried Conor?
on.
Have you tried Conor McGregor's whiskey?
No, I haven't. Is it good?
Yeah, uh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of what you said,
Yeah,
but it's okay.
I
It's
love
not the worst.
Scotch. I love Scotch,
Yeah.
but that's not Irish.
No, that's more of a kind of UK Scottish thing as well.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
yeah. Anyway, listen, we're here to talk about you. Anyway, we're not here to talk about beers. Although I love talking about beers and all different types of alcohol, so it's great. Just want to know about yourself. Like, how did you end up in the world of entertainment? I guess.
I guess entertainment being the broad stroke of things, right?
Yes.
The
Yes.
umbrella.
Uh-huh.
I started out playing music when I was like a wee baby, and just got into bands and thought I'd be a musician forever. And then that kind of came to an end around 2000, 2001, when I was on a record label, Atlantic Records, and we got dropped. And that was kind of the end of it. We moved out to California and I got into acting.
Yeah.
So it started out in music, man, loving music, all types of music.
Yeah. What kind of music were you in? What kind of music did your band play?
Well, the band played rock, heavy funk, metal type rock, and then we got into more alternative stuff and different shades of rock.
Mm-hmm.
I better plug my phone. Can I plug my phone in? Because it just gave me an
Yeah,
alert that it's going to go dead.
go for it, man.
Hang on 1 second. Put us on. Shit. Gonna plug it in.
Cool.
Get my Irish accent together. There we go. There we go, dude. So,
Excellent.
Maurice.
Yeah.
That's a very cool name, dude.
Well, it's not as cool when I tell you how it's pronounced over here is just Morris, so it's not that cool.
Oh, it's a very funky name. You know, you'd think a guy with the name Maurice is really a funky dude.
Yeah, I'm probably a bit disappointed for a Maurice.
But anyway, I got into it via music, and then when I came out to California, it's like, damn, I got to start doing some films and TV and stuff, and just jumped into the mix head first. No,
Yeah.
No, like, oh, am I ever, what am I going to do if I don't make it and all that crap,
Yeah. Yeah. What was your role? I was reading that you were on the Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. What did you do on that show?
It always has to center around Irish people with you, right?
Yeah. How greedy. He's not as Irish as he says he is, I don't think.
Yeah, I know. I don't think so, dude. He's a faux Irishman. Fake.
We call them plastic paddies.
Is that what you call them?
Wow.
Yeah. I gotta remember that. Yeah, I did a couple skits on there. The first one I did was the guy who made Firewire. Firewire was on the show.
Okay.
And there was the competitor that, if I remember correctly, there was a competitor. There was Firewire, and then there was the thing that preceded that. And the Firewire dude is really, really wealthy. He created this. And
Yeah.
I'm the guy. I'm playing the guy who created the other thing. And now I'm out of business. I'm naked, homeless on the street. So I'm laying on the street naked.
Yeah.
And he walks past me, the real Firewire dude, and just like laughs at me.
That's the skit they had you do.
Yeah. And then we did one where we were doing naked yoga.
Okay.
With a bunch of dudes. And I'm there. We weren't fully naked. I had one of those like those skin colored things on. It was like a thong, and I was doing my naked. I was doing my naked yoga thing, right?
Yeah.
And the director's like, "That's great, Sky." And then he told the other dude, "Get behind Sky and do that same." And he had his head right at my ass.
So you were nearly doing the human centipede before it was famous.
Yeah. and that was the two things. And then I did stuff on Kimmel. I did skits on Kimmel because I know the directors up there and they're super cool and creative. So I go in there and do stuff. I love that. I love doing that, man.
Yeah, I love watching clips of American kind of TV shows like that, kind of chat shows, but they have a lot of humor in them. It's something that is slowly coming over to here and the UK as well. Like we've got one famous one in the UK, but in Ireland, all the talk shows are still pretty serious. So I'd like to see some of those elements carried over from the States, hopefully someday here as well, just to have a laugh.
Yeah, we got to have a laugh.
Yeah. And did you start out predominantly then working on different TV shows before the movie stuff came along, or were you always kind of doing little bits on the side?
I do anything that came along where they booked me. You know, I do a lot of auditions, get booked, a lot of auditions and get booked, you know. Whoops. and then do a TV show, My Name is Earl, and then do a commercial and this and that, and just do whatever, because I love doing it, man. Whatever, you know. You know
What's
what I'm saying?
Yeah, what'd be your favorites if you had to pick one, movies or television shows to do?
Well, I mean, I love doing the Jared Hess thing, the Don Verdeen with Sam Rockwell, Danny McBride, nice Irishman. Yeah, he's an Irishman, right? McBride.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's got to be.
And you know, Will Forte. We did that Don Verdeen movie, and then I did Greasy Strangler, and a bunch of other ones, man. But Don Verdeen and Greasy Strangler probably were the best, my favorite, most fun, because the directors are just, you know, the directors are crazy. Yeah, they're great.
Do you like that crazy element in a director? And we'll say that use the Greasy Strangler as the example. Like it's a movie, like it's kind of way out there. Like, did you get to have fun on set doing it?
I didn't really have fun. The fun of it was being in character, and staying in character and being in this world that they built, and the clothing and the whole thing and the dialogue and the scenes. We were really serious, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
do you get like that then if you have a project, say, that's going to come up and it's going to take 6 or 8 weeks to film? Do you just get in the zone of the character you're going to play? Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm in the zone right now with something that Jim, the director and writer of The Greasy Strangler, we're going to do. And it's, wow.
So you're going to be working on a new project?
Yes. And
is it secret at the moment?
Yeah. Okay. It hasn't gotten funding yet.
Yes.
So once it gets the funding and we get out there, I'll be able to, you know, call you on this thing or call you on WhatsApp.
Yeah. The chemistry you had on screen with Big Ronnie in that movie seemed like, that's why I asked the question, did you have much fun while you were doing it? Because you guys like seemed to bounce off each other really well. And I thought, oh, they must have had a lot of fun recording this. But as you say, you were in the zone.
We had some time to we rehearsed before we did the movie. We rehearsed, and then we spent a lot of time working on this and getting the tone right and how we were going to play it.
Yeah.
So I think that helped a lot for me.
Yeah. And obviously with Braden then, did you have like I know you had a script, but did you get told you have to walk like this, you have to talk like this, or did you have a little bit of freedom to?
No, I had the freedom to figure out how I was going to deliver that stuff and do these scenes and my character. And I had input as to those glasses that I wore and the clothing. Do I like this clothing? This and that. It was a collaborative thing.
Yeah, you kind of remind me because I had David Howard Thornton on the podcast a couple of weeks back.
Wow.
From Terrifier, and he was kind of saying similar to you that he got that kind of, I suppose, a little bit of creative freedom to make those facial expressions and do things like, and that's kind of the two films are similar in a way because they've got like a real cult following. Like, and what is it do you think about the Greasy Strangler that even like what it was out in 2016, so 6 years now, and it's still fresh in people's minds? What do you think it is that resonates with people about it?
I think the heartfeltness of it. There's a core to that movie. It's just not some bizarre, weird movie that just gets thrown on the screen and you don't know what the hell's going on. There's a core and there's a center to that movie, the father and son relationship which everybody can relate to. And I think the way we approach that, the way Jim, the writer, approaches that father and son relationship really intrigues people and finds it, hilariously funny, dark, endearing. People have told me that, Big Braden they really feel bad for him at times because he feels, that kind of thing. I think that story,
and with the father and son as well, like you obviously have your ups and downs, and I'm not going to give away any spoilers for people that still may not have seen it, but it comes full circle as well, if you know what I mean.
Right. It comes full circle, which is another thing that people, there's a momentum to this movie, and there's a storyline that goes forward that keeps people interest, and then on the other hand turns people off where they'll say, I can't watch this.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any like in between in this movie. I think it's like I hate it or I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I think maybe if a casual viewer looked at the uncensored trailer, depending on what they like, they may not watch it.
Yeah.
I'd be the opposite. I'd seen the trailer and I was like, "Yep, gotta watch this one."
Wow.
So, do you think there could be a door ever opened for a second one or something like that?
I love to do a second one with Jim and Toby, the writers.
Yeah,
I would love to, because I think they could take it to the next level, and I think it would be absolutely mind-blowing what they could do with it. So I've always been pushing for that, and prior to COVID, where's my fingers, like that close to getting money for it.
Wow.
Real close, and then COVID came. Boom, gone.
Yeah, so once COVID came, it was kind of like put a lot of shit on hold. Like, how did it affect you in your work?
Everything stopped. I remember when I think back, when 20 years from now, when people talk about the COVID, right? When it started, I'll remember one day, and that was March 10th, 2020. I was on set with Emily Blunt, and we were doing a skit at Jimmy Kimmel down in Hollywood, and they had a fake airplane in the parking lot, and we were doing this airplane scene. People can search it, Emily Blunt airplane scene, Jimmy Kimmel. I'm in that, and I'm working. Anyway, it was, people were talking about COVID, coronavirus, and we got there. No one, there was 100 people in that like fake hangar. Nobody was wearing a mask. Nobody was like distancing. We were washing our hands with that stuff, the Purell.
The
That's
normal
it.
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Then 2 days later, that was on a Thursday. On a Saturday, the 12th, everything in Hollywood shut down. It was all done.
Yeah, I had a similar experience because I do a little bit of DJing in nightclubs in my spare time and things like that. And I was doing a private function. I think it was on the Friday, probably around the same date. And then by Monday, I think over here everything was closed. But I was in a room with 350 people like 2 days before everything shut.
But you know what was funny? I didn't get coronavirus.
I didn't get it either, and I was at a concert the other night with 2,000 people, and I should be probably a bit more cautious. I didn't wear a mask. I didn't do any of that. I just done what I've been doing all my life, like, you know. But now I've got to do this test before going to America, and I'm kind of like wondering, is like, did I do the right thing? Let's find out on Monday.
You got a test, right?
Yeah. We've got a test to go to America, yeah. So if I rock up and fail the test Monday, then bye-bye, I won't be going to America.
Wow.
So what's the worst that could happen?
I think you're all right. You're all right.
Yeah, I think so. Convention world. Do you get to do much in the convention world?
Last year we did 4. This year we're gonna do 4 or 5. And I'm always pushing to do the big ones. Like Texas Frightmare. Yeah. That's a big one. That's a big one. There's one over in Jersey that's Monster Mania in Jersey. There's a bunch of really, really big ones that we're trying to get in. But we do like mid ones. We're doing a nice one in Florida called Spookalla in May. Yeah. And it's got a bunch of really, really good guests. And we're going over there for a weekend. Then we're going to Phoenix to do Mad Monster Party. Then is it Midwest Monster Fest in August, and then in October Scare Fest in Lexington, Kentucky. So I like to get out, man, and meet the fans, meet people that love the Greasy Strangler.
Yeah, I'd love to see a horror convention someday in Ireland, hopefully. There's one big one that happens in the UK. It's in Manchester, but I haven't.
I know we've been trying. Our person who reps us, has a couple of her big people with the guy from Slipknot. You know Slipknot?
Oh, Corey Taylor, yeah.
Yeah, he's there and he's going to be performing. And I was telling our rep, please get us over there. And we've been campaigning to get over there. We want to go to the one in Manchester.
You've still got 5 months, so you need to get booked on that one.
How do we do it, man?
I don't know. Hopefully you do anyway, because it'll be nice to get outside the country and meet some fans as well. Because like the movie, The Greasy Strangler, was like pretty big in the UK, wasn't it? It won a lot of awards over here.
It was big. It was big in Australia too. We went to Australia.
You went to Australia as well?
Yeah. Wow. We traveled all around Australia for like a month.
What were you guys doing? Premieres and things like that, and meeting people and screenings?
Yeah. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, it must be so cool to be in an environment like that, or in a convention environment with all these other icons of horror sitting around you, and you're just meeting everyone. Like, it's cool.
It really is. I've become friends with a lot of these guys. Yeah. And they live right here. A lot of them live right here in LA. So
yeah, that's what I was going to say. I bet that it's a very small world.
It is
within that world as well. You know. Have you got any other projects that you're working on at the moment, or any films that are coming out?
We got a WeFunder for this project called Local Haunts. It's a vampire movie, and I'm doing a big role in that. And we've got like 15 grand collected already, and we're rising every day. So we're going to do a WeFunder and shoot that in South Carolina. Have everybody go to the WeFunder local haunts film and take a
Yes.
look at it. They don't have to necessarily have to donate anything, but just you can get a look at the artwork, the synopsis, the people. It's really great. And then there's this thing that Josh Mallerman did, the guy who did Bird Box. It's called the Ben Evans film. We're looking for funding for that. We're going to do that. And then there's the Jim Hosking film that I'm going to work on. And then my friend and I wrote a movie called House of Christmas Past. It's a a little mix of The Shining and A Christmas Carol. And it's just a couple people. It's a micro cast, a micro crew, and a micro budget. And we're going to shoot this thing, and it's going to be dark and gory.
Yeah. You give me anything with horror and Christmas, and I don't care how cheesy it is, I'm all over it.
There it is, dude. We're going to do that. And that's about it, man. 4 or 5 films we're working on, trying to get money for and do.
Yeah. That's great, man. That's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show today. And hopefully when you have that news that you can't talk about now, and maybe there may be a sequel maybe sometime as well, and we'd love to talk about it.
How would you love a sequel? Greasy 2.
Yes. What would you call it? Would you call it Greasy 2?
I don't know. That's a good one.
Where can people get these hats? Where can people get these hats?
For me, I have like 4 or 5 of them left from promotional things, and I'm going to get more for our conventions. But if they want one, DM me on any of those sites.
Mm-hmm. I will put all those sites down here.
Yeah, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Just DM Sky Elobar. And
Sky.
Also follow me. Follow me on Instagram and whatever else.
Are you on TikTok?
No. Should I be?
I set it up for the podcast, and then I was just like, oh, fuck this. It's just people dancing and shit like that. It's not for me.
I don't know, man.
But everyone says like
Big Braden on TikTok. Come on, man. That may ruin me.
There could be a market for it. I had Butterbean on my podcast last year, and he wanted.
Oh, wow.
I said, man, do you want to? Like, I asked him to come on the show, and he said he would. And he said, I've only got 15 minutes. I said, that's cool. And he goes, do you mind if I promote my TikTok?
Oh my God. How big is Butterbean?
I've never met him in person, but I'm guessing he's around. Well, he's over 400 pounds, I guess.
Holy crap, man.
Yeah.
Imagine the food that guy has to eat every day to keep his weight up, to keep like feeling good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You'll probably bump into him at a convention as well. He does lots of these conventions and things.
He does?
Yeah.
I met a lot of these guys, Bruce Campbell, Tony Todd,
Nice.
all those dudes, and they're super cool. Bill Mosley is a friend of mine. And
very small world.
Yeah, it's a very, very small world. So if you come to LA, man, hit me up on one of these sites. You think you'll ever be out in LA?
I could be next year. If this year goes well, I could be going to WrestleMania in LA next year.
WrestleMania. You know who my favorite wrestler is?
Do you still watch it? No.
No, this is old school.
Old school. Give me a clue, but don't give me too good of a clue.
I'm going to give you a really vague clue, but it for people that are into it over here would probably know. Mm-hmm. I'm from Pittsburgh, PA.
Okay, Pittsburgh.
I'm just
trying to remember entrances and ring announcers saying Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Wow, I just can't remember. I'll need another clue. One more clue.
He's Italian.
Oh, wow. No, I don't know.
Bruno Sammartino.
Okay. Favorite ever.
He's a legend in Pittsburgh, man.
Yeah.
And the wrestling thing used to come to the Civic Arena. Now I forget what did they call it back then? What was it called?
WWF.
WWF. Yeah, it's not what it's called. It's different now, right?
No, they lost a lawsuit to the World Wildlife Fund, so it's WWE now.
What?
Yeah. They were deemed as more important than a wrestling company. Who knew?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's happening to the world, dude? What's happening?
Let's not get started. We went off on a tangent.
Let's not get started.
Sky, it was an absolute pleasure today, man. Thanks.
Peace, dude. We'll talk soon.
Cheers, man. You too. Best of luck with everything, man.
You too. Peace.